Hi everybody, this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to just chat and a little bit about what techniques scare us. Okay, everybody's got that one thing that they're afraid to attempt, or maybe you've even mastered it, but you still sort of get jitters every time you have to do it. We all have them. So let's talk about those. My purpose in doing that is to plan topics for the channel. And I also am working on this database of techniques that will be a library that will be on my Patreon. I am moving forward with that very well right now. And so these are some of the things that I want to have available to people. So without further ado, we will just go ahead and chat with each other, say hello. Hi, Brenda. How are you doing? Good to see you here. Guys, I miss you guys, really. I go a week without chatting on here, and then I just, it's really great to just be able to log on and see friendly faces. Hi, Lynn. I'm glad to see you, too. And Elizabeth, hi. Great to see you guys. So if you're new here, this channel, I do these weekly chats, but I also put up tutorials, which have been a little laggy lately just because of some health things I'm going through, but I assure you it's not going to be like that much longer. So I apologize for that, but this is a place to be if you want to take your sewing to that next level and have fun doing it. I want to add that on there because we laugh at ourselves, we have fun, and there's always something we can learn. I learn from you guys every single day. Somebody shares a tip on the Facebook group, and it's infinite the amount of things you can learn if we all join together and share. So Hi, Mary. Nice to see you here. I didn't think I recognized your name. Great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Brenda's off work early. Yay, what a fun day that is when you get off work early. That's great. Um, my camera's a little low today, but we'll work with it. So what I've been doing today is one of the scary things I think that a lot of people have issues with, and that is welt pockets. These are Thomas track pants. Actually, they're shorts for my husband, and he will not wear them if there aren't back pockets. And so he told me he wanted Dockers pockets. Well, if you look at a pair of Dockers, they have double welt pockets. So, voila, double welt pockets. And this one doesn't have the pocket part sewn on yet, but this, I spent a lot of time with this technique because these did not have a pattern piece for the pockets, so I wanted to develop my own. So I'm soon going to be releasing a video, which will be a review of the pants, but will also have how to draft a welt pocket on a pair of pants that doesn't have any, or on any garment that doesn't have any. So learned a few things in doing that, so I'll try and share all that with you. But those are kind of things that you really do, you want perfect corners, but my iron put marks in here. This is pretty close, but this fabric is kind of thick, so it's not entirely perfect, but if we wanted perfect, right, we'd go buy something done by a machine, right? We don't need that. We really don't need perfect. We need love sewn in is what we need. All right. Lynn just did 14 welt pockets. Wow. That's awesome. Awesome. Oh, great, Brenda. I'm glad I think I saw a post where you got it already. I hope you're having fun with it. It's so great to have one. And I've got a binder attachment and I have not figured out how to use it yet. So that's my next thing with my cover stitch for sure. Hi, Ann. Nice to see you too. So let's see what else is going on in the world of sewing. I don't think there were any new releases this week that I can think of that I've seen. But if you guys seen any new releases this past week at all, let me know if you have, and so we can share that with everyone. Let's see. The Aria from Love Notions is on testing. And from what I've seen, that's going to be an amazing pattern. I'm not testing this time because of my upcoming surgery and things. I didn't want to end up not getting done on time or, anything. So I'm not testing right now. I think also the Cadence top and dress is also under resizing with the updated sizing. Oh, having to bag a lining. Oh my goodness, yes, that's a hard one too. That's bite your fingernails. Hi, Adele. Nice to see you from Yorkshire. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Brenda, so much. They're not perfect, but I think my husband will be impressed, though. I really do. I'm going to just sneak over there and lower my camera angle just a tiny bit. 1 second. Ah, that's better. So, let's see. Lynn made a Winterberry wallet. Ooh, I've not seen that one. Let's go look at that one here in a second. Thank you, Lynn. I wouldn't say they're exactly amazing, but they're pretty good. I'm pleased. Here in the center, a little better. Sometimes it's really hard to get yourself in the center, and don't you know, when you watch something back, you just want to tell that person to move over. So I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be I don't want anybody to be wishing they could tell me to move over or whatever. So let's see, what else have we got going here. Hello, Nikki. So glad you can join us. I know you have a time difference, which we really appreciate you staying up and hanging out with us. It's really nice to have you in here. Mary says her questions are really basic. I hope that's okay. Of course it is. Definitely okay. First question, I'd like to use the clips rather than pins. Are they difficult to open? No, they're not. I got some for free from Madame So when I placed an order. And there's a few in here. They're not hard at all to open. Once in a while, you catch it just right and you send one across the room. So I'm always picking them up off the floor, but I use these 90% of the time. There's certain instances where I like pins, like pinning this in front or pinning this down. With the lining isn't completely finished here, but I needed to have everything down and then go ahead and do this bar tacks here to keep it all in place. But I didn't want to lose my double fold here, so that's when you need a pin. But for seam joining and for bags, they're wonderful. So definitely clips are a great thing. Me too, Kathy Ann. Yes, Janine, I love them too. At first when I got them, when I first started using them, they weren't my favorite, but they have slowly become more and more. I started using them mostly. My reason was because I was teaching my granddaughters to sew, and at the time they were pretty little still, like 3 and 4. They were sitting on my lap sewing at that time. And I mean, they're 14 and 12 and 9 now, but at that time they were all really little, and I didn't want them to poke themselves, so I just used clips every time they were over, and pretty soon I just kept using them, and I don't hardly pull out pins anymore. I just use the clips and save the pins for specific things like holding a double fold welt while you sew it down. So yeah. Let's see. Got to catch up on these. Yep, they do have them. Wowak has really nice ones. Dreading waistbands. Sometimes we take those might seem simple to other people for granted because you don't want them to pucker exactly. You don't want them to fold over. There's a lot to a waistband, so I agree. Pucker in the back, and yeah, it's not. Yeah, and you don't want it to be like get to the top where there's that little gap between the waistband and the zipper that just kind of puckers. That happens on ready to wear all the time, and it's something that I'd like to never have in my sewing for sure. So so these are the things I'm going to be writing down a list. Actually, I should probably start it. Writing down a list of things. And this is where I'm going to focus some of my tutorials so that y'all can get really comfortable with everything that is scaring you, because there's really nothing that's that scary. So let's see. Hello, Dee. Nice to see you here today. We have quite a few regulars on this chat. Mary and I just welcome you as part of the discussion. Just jump right in as well if you're watching at home. Jump in the discussion, ask questions. We're all friends here. And if you are on the Facebook group, a lot of the discussions from here kind of travel over there. So our Facebook group is Dorothy's Daughter Community. And we're all there just to help each other. And believe me, people have helped me there just as much as anybody else. So it's a great place to bounce things off of each other, learn a new technique. I do a lot of checking things there to see what direction to take the channel. That helps me a lot. And I'd really love to have you join our Facebook group. So Dee's been afraid to try jeans and fly zippers. I think I'm okay now on the zipper, but still haven't successfully made jeans. You know, jeans are a slow sew. They're not hard, they're just slow. The first ones I made were the ginger jeans. The fitting was not as good for me with those. I had a few problems, and then I learned some things. But my favorite jeans to make are the Tessa jeans from Seamwork, believe it or not. They're wonderful. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Dee. That's so hard. So hard. We will definitely keep her in our prayers. I hate hearing that. Hello, Janine, from Northwest Florida. Lucky you. It's nice in Florida, I'm sure. Right? It's not bad here. It's actually sort of high 60s and rainy, ugly out there today. But it's not ugly in here, so it's okay. Yeah, we will pray for your daughter, Dee. I'm so sorry. A lot of bad bugs going around. Verna Soda, Aloha Burn Blocker Rash Guard from Peekaboo. It was a very scary project. 6 month size. Now trying to apply the crotch snaps. That's cool. I hope you just share a picture of that in the Facebook group. I have the Facebook group open here, so if you share it and tell me it's there, I'll go over and pull it up. Dee, I like your new tops that you made. I saw your Lincoln, and then I saw this cashmerette Club Carlisle that you posted. Really, really cute. You just have so many beautiful tops. That's just awesome. It's nice and hot here in San Antonio, Barbara says. Oh, I'm headed that way if I can travel. My surgery's May 12th, so if I can travel on June 25th, my nephew's. He's not getting married that day, but technically they're eloping, but that's going to be their reception. So I really want to get down there if I can. We'll see. Doctor says I can, but I probably will still have my brace on, and I'd be traveling alone, so we'll see. Lynn has sewn 3 pieces of clothing due to inspiration here in this community, and recently found out my other daughter is expecting. Woohoo! That's a great excuse to sew. Love it. Love it, love it. All right, I'm so sorry. Sometimes the tongue just doesn't work, you know. Verna, when you get those snaps on, share it then. I'd love to see it. Yes, congratulations, Lynn. Nothing like being a grandma. Nothing like it at all. Another Florida person, Lynn. Yes, it is beautiful in Florida. Okay, let's see. Hello, everyone. New to the chat, but have been watching. Longtime garment sewer and into quilting now. I'm always looking for new tips. Great. Well, thank you, and I'm glad you joined us today, Shirley. That is wonderful. So, last week I asked you guys help me brainstorm what to wear over a back brace, and I got some wonderful, wonderful answers during the chat, and someone who'd been there and had a similar surgery posted on the comments and really gave me a lot of good information. I have since gone and had it fitted, and it's a little bigger than I thought it would be, but it's not too bad. But I think the key thing is going to be the laundry day tees because they just kind of flow out. So I'm going to make myself, at least 3 or 4 of those. And I don't see wearing the brace on the inside of my clothes like day to day. I'll just wear t-shirts and put it over top. But when I want to go out and not be the object of, ooh, what's wrong with her or whatever, or the church or whatever, I think laundry day tees are going to be a good thing for me to do. Hello, Amy. Glad you could make it. You're still scared of your surgery. Yeah, because they go so fast. And at first you're just like, I was always terrified that I was going to get part of my garment caught and just slice it. You do it once and then you never do it again because you're more careful. But yeah, excuse me so much. Melbourne, see, Lynn said Melbourne is crazy traffic. Yeah. Yeah, you do it once and then you never do that again. But I'm not scared of my surgery anymore. It's been years. But I do remember that feeling of first getting it and like it's just going to take off on me here. They're very fast. And they cut, so that makes it scary because they actually have a blade and they will actually cut your garment. So a little care is needed. Yes, I love sewing for babies. I don't know if we're going to have any more in our family, but I love it when there's someone at church who's having a baby. I love to sew stuff for them, and they're always so appreciated. And it's always fun then to see them, put the little dresses on them and bring them to church and stuff later. So that's fun. I love your handle around to it. That's so cool. That is, yeah, I need one of those so I can get around to it. So many things. That's great. I love that name. Things that have scared me in the past. I'm not really scared of too many things now because I know that if I just go step by step, I will be able to do it. And that's the truth. Nothing is that scary that you can't just take it step by step. Try it on scrap fabric first. But the thing that it is simple, but the thing that I dread probably the most are buttonholes. I'm not sewing the buttonholes, but lining them up properly. And I have all these tools and things, and I've got it down, but I still like, there's no going back once you sew one. So if one's off kilter, you could rip it out, but not easily. So that is something that that's something that I still dread a little bit, but I do it all the time. But nevertheless, yes, ma'am, babies need lots of things. They sure do, and they're so fun. Oh, Shirley has a YouTube channel. Awesome. Well, I'm going to check that out. Have you been doing a long time? Let's see. Let's go to YouTube and pull it up and take a look so we can give you some. Let's see. Let's search for it here. I guess it'd be around to it. Okay. All right. Ooh, quilts. Let me share this. All right, hang on. I'm going to pull this up here. All right, here is Shirley's channel. So she's got several things here. Looks like it's kind of new. Am I right? That is amazing. Oh, well, I'm going to take a look at this. So everybody do me a favor and go support Shirley in her new venture. So there it is, around to it. That is her YouTube channel. So hopefully everybody go give her some love. That would be great. So cool. I'm not much of a quilter, but I love learning about it. I've done a few quilts, and I like to dabble in paper piecing for fun, but garments are where my heart is for the most part. So I know I didn't have to do that. That's okay. No problem. That's what we're here for, to build each other up and help each other. And I'm sure there's things on your channel that I can learn, especially about quilting. Quilting is so precise. And I think that's one of the things that there's a scary thing for me, is doing a quilt and having everything line up without having to use a fudge factor. The only ones I've ever done have just been squares. And, I've always said just off a little bit, so sewing precisely for a quilt is something that scares me. So maybe I'll just get better at it. So that's awesome. I know that when you first start your channel, I know how hard it is to get that 1,000 subscribers so that you can monetize. So you guys subscribe to mine too, but to hers as well, and give her those watch hours so she can be monetized. That's wonderful. If you don't know how YouTube works, that's how, in order to monetize your channel, which sounds like you're just doing it for money or whatever, but that's actually, if you're going to sustain a channel for any length of time, you do have to have some money from it, or you can't keep up. You can't buy the new fabric and buy all the patterns and all those things. So you do, once you're monetized, then you can put that money back into the channel, and it just makes it better. So YouTube, when you reach 1,000 subscribers, that's when you can apply for monetization. And that 0 to 1,000 is the longest time. It's the hardest 1,000 to get. After that, they come a lot easier. But I do remember that. So just throw a little support her way. I'm going to subscribe as well. Yep, I know that, Lynn. Practice, practice, practice on the preciseness. And I know that the more precise you are at quilting, it makes your garment sewing better. Because you know, I have what 3/8 seam allowance looks like in my brain, you know, and I'm sure as a quilter you start learning what a 1/4 inch looks like. But 3/8 and a 1/2 inch, I can do that without even measuring and be pretty accurate. But yeah, so. Oh, awesome, Mary! You're gonna love them. You're gonna love using clips. It feels awkward at first, and you might think, "Man, this isn't really saving me any time." But as you go along, you'll see it. You will, and you'll also send them flying around your room a little bit if you're like me. My husband said, "How do those get all the way over here?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. They just fly." But they're wonderful. I got containers about this big, but I have little buckets that I got at, I think, like Hobby Lobby or someplace. And I have like 4 or 5 of them, and they're sitting all around my sewing room. So when I need a clip, I always have one. And then as they fill up at the sewing machine, taking things out, then I dump them back into one that doesn't have any in it. And that way I always have clips by me. So there's a little tip. So that is a way to kind of make sure you have those at I used to do that with pins too. I'd have several different magnetic pin things around, and then as one filled up, I'd switch it, with the one at the ironing board where I needed to pin things. So it's little tricks and stuff that you have to do to make time better. Shirley said her first quilt was in 1995 and never started again until a few years ago. Needed something to use up all my garment scraps. Can't afford to buy all the designer fabrics. Great idea, and so true. It is very, if you want to buy the am I saying this right? K facet prints and everything, they're beautiful. But if you're a serious quilter, you can't afford to, buy those all the time. But garment scraps are great. Plus, they have memories. Yeah. Yeah, I have kind of like put the paparazzi. If you don't know, if you're listening and you don't know, I was involved in selling some jewelry called paparazzi, and it is beautiful stuff. But with all my health problems and everything, something had to go. So unfortunately, I kind of put that on a back burner for now. Don't know if I'm going to start it back up again or not. It kind of depends on how it goes, but definitely not before fall. But I do still have things, so if you saw something and you want, if you want it, you can DM me, and I'll definitely, get it for you. I just don't have the time to keep the inventory current and have the live selling shows and things like that. It was taking too much time away from my channel. When you're short on time and you try to do too many things, something suffers, and I didn't want anything to suffer. So I just put it on hold for a little while, and we'll see if I pick it back up again. Yeah, there is a little bit back there. Little by little, I'm repopulating that pegboard behind me with sewing stuff, but I'm just trying to pack away the jewelry in a nice way and in a way that I can find something if somebody remembers something and wants it. So, yeah, I've thought about just kind of having just a one-day sale and try to sell off as many things as I can. But right now my focus is on getting ready for surgery, and that's enough. I don't want anything to suffer. So I'm covering all my bases as far as church goes. I'm a worship leader, director at our church, so um, I'm getting people to fill in and doing all that planning, as well as planning some videos that I will do up ahead of time while I am recovering. And the first thing I'll be able to do is, when I can sit up and talk and not look terrible, I will definitely resume these chats. So, but I hope to have enough videos to keep everybody, keep fresh content while I'm recuperating. So I have no idea how long it's going to take me to feel up to sewing and things again. So I'm thinking after a couple, 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be able to come up here and dig in again. But I know probably won't be at least for 2 weeks. I hope so. Yeah, I believe that. I'm starting to think about, like, at first you're just dreading the surgery, and then lately, my husband reminded me, well, don't forget why you're doing it, because you want to be better, because I can't do a lot of things right now. I can't even drive really because my legs go numb and it's not safe. So I'm looking forward to being able to be a little more active like I've always been. Hi, Joey. Did we put you to sleep, or did you just forget to log on? It's easy to do. It is easy to do. How did your doctor's appointments go today, Joey? I know that Joey's going through a little bit of the same stuff I am with her back. Yes, do not rush. You're right. I won't. I will not rush. Take it. I'm gonna have some videos in the bag, so to speak, in the queue, and then I won't have to rush back. It'll be lots of good things. Up early. Yeah, that'll do it. I get up with my dogs every day about 6:15. My husband, when his alarm goes off, the dogs are just awake, and so then I have to take them downstairs and let them out, and it's just wonderful. So, oop, sorry, hit the wrong button. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you so much for thinking of me. I appreciate that. I, I'll just have to watch. I'll give you lots of watch time while I'm recuperating. How about that? No surgery needed. Oh, that's wonderful, Joey. I think 2 new back brace. I'm bionic, Grammy. Yeah, I'm going to be bionic too when this is over. But I'm glad you don't have to have surgery. But I hope the braces help, and that you are out of pain soon, because I don't know. I was on the fence. Did I want to hear that I was going to have surgery, or did I not? Um, I don't know. I guess I'm glad they can fix it, and praise God for that, huh? But maybe, will they let you have a pain block at all, do you think? So, Joey, what scares you? What sewing technique scares you the most? Yes, Lynn, thank you. I actually have asked my husband to either message probably either Dot or Ivy, who I chat with offline, or Joey, and that person can just post that the surgery went well or whatever, and then I'm sure I'll be online. I can't imagine I'd be offline very long. I do enjoy audio books. I have regularly listened to them while I'm sewing, so yeah, that'll be a great way to pass the time in the hospital, especially. I'm going to be there 2 or 3 days. My guess is that's going to go really fast because the first day I'll probably be out of it. And then after that, they're probably going to have me moving all over. They're probably going to make me get up and walk and stuff. So I think it'll go by fast. So, but you know, you just never know how it's going to be. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, so I think I'll be fine. So. Thank you. Oh, I hit the wrong thing again, guys. Ah! Instead of hitting the comment button to put your comments up there, I hit the share screen. So facings, interesting. Facings are scary. They can be because they want to pop out. Yeah, understitching. They can be really scary. Good interfacing. Tacking them down different places. One thing you can do too, if it's a neckline facing, sometimes I'll just stitch in the ditch on the shoulder seam to help it stay put. It helps a lot too. So, yes, Brenda, thank you. I'll show my husband either how to post or message someone who can post it for me. So, yeah, we'll be good. Amen. 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 Can't agree with that more. He is strong in our weakness, and sometimes he's got to like forcibly slow us down so that we can listen. So I'm listening, trying to. So facings would be a good video. How to draft your own facings and how to understitch and different tips of making those lay nice. They really do work nicely on a bias to conform, like on a neckline. I like the all-in-one facings. If you have ever made the cadence dress, the tank dress by Love Notions, on the tank version, they have a burrito method of an all-in-one facing for the neckline and armholes. And it makes such a nice facing with just a nice little shelf type thing. It works out so great. You guys would really like that. Ah, Joey, zippers. Okay, so zippers can be tricky. I used to hate invisible zippers, but after learning a few tricks, they're really easy. You just have to make sure that you line them up at the top, that you mark where it is supposed to go so it meets in the, it isn't like this or like this. And then the other thing you need to do with zippers, with invisible zippers anyway, is, they kind of curl like this. And so when you're sewing them on, you kind of got to uncurl it so that you're stitching close to the zipper rather than if you don't do that, then it's too far away and you have that gap. So that's a quick tip, but there's many. So I do have a video on invisible zippers from, oh wow, probably probably 2.5 years ago. So I'll probably update that sometime soon. So yeah. So there were when I started the channel, I had a list of 50 techniques to be like an intermediate sewist. So somebody who could tackle like most things out there, and that was my goal the first year, to try to get to as many things like that as possible. So maybe it's time to update that list and kind of go through them again. So that's something I can sort of look forward to as well. My Thomas track pant video did not make it in before the sale ended, which I feel really bad about, but I just didn't have time and too many things. So I will be doing it though, and then I will be adding to that how to draft a welt pocket. I just, for one, I had some fit issues for my husband that I really needed to measure and be more exact about. And so that took a little time. And then, just, right now it's just tough. I can't stand up for more than 10 minutes. So, and then my legs go numb. So my sewing is sort of in spurts right now. But that's how you do it. Yes, I do. It's back in the Friday sewing school stuff. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, let's see. It goes back a ways. Man, there's a lot of videos here. Blackwood cardigan. It's coming, I promise. Just have to find it. I know it's here somewhere. You have to go all the way back to the almost the beginning of the channel, the Friday Sewing School ones. And it was like a step in a sew along that I added it to. Salon Fit. Ah, here we go. This one. Let me show you the screen here. All right, this one right here. So this one up here, top left, right here, there's a demonstration of an invisible zipper right in that one 2 years ago. So that's what it looks like. So if you scroll back, let me see. Here, I'll grab a. No. Okay. There, that is the invisible zipper. That's the invisible zipper link to that video. So All right, let's see. I lost some here. Thank you. I love those. I love that pattern, Mary, very much. Kay had knee replacement surgery Friday. Oh my goodness, I hope you're healing well. I know there will be pain and will go away. Yeah, I'm going to be praying for you too, Kay. We ought to have a little recovery group between us. Diane says the transition from the seam to the invisible zipper is my problem area. Yeah, that's a tricky one, but it's once you just it's kind of one of those things you got to power through a couple times, I think, and then it becomes easier. Hi, Sandra. Following Karina method of hand basting first. Yep, she does a lot of hand basting. Bless her heart. She's right, absolutely right. But I hate hand basting, so I I should do it more than I do. I'll just leave it there. I'm not very good about doing that. Aw, thank you, Joey. You're so sweet. Ah, okay. Well, I'll probably redo it too because that was when my channel was first starting out, and I'm not sure how the camera quality would compare with now. I made a lot of improvements on the equipment that I'm using and stuff like that. So it might really help Shirley to go back and watch that and see how many mistakes are in there to, you know, relax and get into her channel and not be. She probably has perfect though. I haven't watched one, but I just know most of us start off with things not. It takes some getting used to. Kay said sizing scares her. Yes, that's a big one for a lot of people, and I struggle with it when I'm making a gift for somebody. I want to make sure it fits. Usually it does, but for myself, I'm familiar enough with my body that I don't have to worry too much about it. But it's tough. Fitting pants is my personal what's the word? Something that I just determined I was going to be able to do. And so now I'm fairly good at it. So sometimes you just, um, when you tackle those things, then you are able to not only do them well, but teach to others. Yes. Okay, we will definitely be praying for you as well. Yep, that is on zippers, but it is it was in there with some steps for a pattern, I think, is how I'd done that before. Hi, Chris. Well, we're glad you got your booster, so glad you're here. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you so much. Verna says she used glue to hold the zipper in the little rash guard suit. Yeah, that'll work. This swim fabric is slippery. It is. And if you can use a common glue stick, like the ones that are purple and dry clear, those work really well. And they just hold it temporarily. They wash out because they're for kids. They're water soluble, so you don't have to worry too much. Also, with zippers, interfacing just the seam allowances before you put in a zipper really helps. You don't need very much, just a thin line of it on either side, and it makes your zippers lay really nice. So that's another tip. Yes, fitting can be hard. It really can be. You have to look at it like you're solving a mystery. That's how I look at fitting. It's like I need to look for clues so I can solve this mystery. And then, the more clues I find, the closer and closer and closer I get to finding the perfect fit. So that is how I try to look at it, more as a quest than actually thinking that it's going to be perfect the first time, because it won't be. I mean, that's just, and then you learn, you try to minimize the number of times you have to tweak things to get it to where you like them. So. Out of linen, you're going to make a woven tee, like the Harmony, one of those, that type of a thing, or the peppermint ruffle top shirt. That's another one. You want it to be oversized. It depends on how loose you want it. This would be like your personal, how much ease you want in it. Normally, I think 4 to 5 in the bust is pretty close. So maybe you want 6 or 8 inches of ease if you want it to be oversized. Do you want the shoulders to drop? There's a lot of different aspects to that. So if you want it to be oversized but fit you here, then you probably want to go up a size and then do the narrow shoulder thing. Yeah, interesting. That is a great idea. Yep, that's what you have to do. You just have to look at it like a mystery, and one that you'll probably never completely solve. Just like I've made things for my husband that he doesn't wear. I'm just going to say that. And it's because it's not, things aren't in the places he likes them to be. So when I did, that's why this Thomas track pants now have a welt pocket in the back, because if he doesn't have somewhere for his wallet, he's not going to wear them. And I wanted it to be a sturdier lining, so I did kind of an extension off of there, and so it's a good 6-inch deep pocket with the just some white, good quality white quilting cotton on the inside. So, but it's not stitched on the sides here yet or anything, so I've got to serge it all in place and all that stuff. But I just know he won't wear them. And so that's one thing I learned about my husband, that he needs pockets. Now, probably trial and error the placement of these pockets a couple times before they're exactly what he wants. Just like when I made him a dress shirt, I made the pocket too small the first time, and then it wasn't in the right place the second time. But over time, I learned where he wanted them to be. Same thing. There's just all these little preferences for people. Oh my goodness. Shirley, I took Stretch and Sew and I learned so much from that. My mom and I did that together. Oh, I'm sorry. Fibromyalgia is awful. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. How about that 1/4-inch tape bag makers use? That works well too, but you have to wash the garment then before you can really wear it, because that it creates a bit of bulk there. But it works really well. I keep it here and I use it. The fabric wash away glue. It works, but in a pinch, if you need to get into your grandkids' stash of glue stick, it works just fine, because that glue stick has got to be water soluble so it can wash off tables and stuff. So, yeah, I use it all the time. Ah, yes, I'm with you there, Joey. I need to cover my brace as well, as much as possible. I think the laundry day tee will pretty much, because it's a swing top, I think it will do it. Won't have to make any adjustments to that, I don't think. I don't know what your brace is going to look like. Maybe we'll be in the same one. We can compare notes. Yes, I did. I used interfacing. So this piece here is, but not there. Ha! So the welt piece that gets turned inside out, okay? I interface that whole thing. So that's how, I didn't want too much bulk. So, and I would suggest, because of the corners, I would suggest not going, here's the interfacing. So I would suggest stopping it, right at those points, because then it's just more bulk that you have to deal with uh, pressing those out. So live and learn, right? Yes, those are wonderful. They're so comfortable. I made a couple for uh, bathing suit cover-ups, and they're great. Yeah, that is a great idea. I'm probably going to take at least one of the ones I've made to the hospital. Because if they want me to walk the halls and stuff, at least maybe I can have something halfway decent to walk in that won't, I don't have to pull on pants or anything. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Or I might just end up in the hospital gown the whole time. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I know they said 2 to 3 days, so it will be too long no matter how long it is. Yes, definitely. Treat yourself to that, Kay. Because I know I'm going to. I got some really pretty jersey from Girl Charlie the other day, so I think I'm gonna. It's a little pinstripe. It's rose colored with little cream pinstripes, and I think that might be a really nice laundry day tee dress. What about rehab? I hope I don't have to go to rehab. I don't know. Or Kay, maybe sometimes with knees, I think you do, but with the back thing, it does say in my information that that there's possibility, but I'll be coming home. I want to come home. So, but if I end up in rehab, I'll just make the most of it and get out of there as fast as I can. But yeah, but whether I rehab there or home, still gonna need some clothes like that. So I ordered some camis from Amazon. Now I normally make all my clothes, including my underwear, but I thought, I've got so much to do between now and surgery, and Amazon had them in packs of 4 for like $16.99, and they were cotton and breathable. And I'm like, you know what? I can't even make them for that. So um, I just bought some. Yeah, I'm not really sure either. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll have a drain for the knee, but I don't think I will for my back because I used to work in recovery room and I don't ever remember one for the back. But I could be wrong. If so, then I probably will just let their gowns get stained instead of my clothes. So anyway, hopefully it'll all be good and done in short order. All right. Well, you guys, I think I'm going to sign off now, and it's 5 o'clock, so I've got to make some dinner. I'm sure you guys all have stuff to do too. But thank you for this, a good discussion today about what scares us. And it really does help me a lot to hear that, because my goal is to make things easy for people. And somebody said, why do you do, what's your reason that you want to do this channel other than they said you don't make much with doing that, so what's your purpose? And I basically to help women be more comfortable in their clothes and modest, because we all want to be, but sometimes it's really hard to find things that are on trend but modest. And you know, you just feel better when you wear stuff that fits. So that's basically, I want to help people with that. So that's why I started my channel. And then I continue for so many reasons, because and all of you guys are at least one of those. You guys are, however many of you there are out there, that's that many reasons for sure. You too, Kathy Ann. Yep, you too, Brenda. Take care. Thank you, Mary. I hope you come back and join us again for sure. And Amy. Thanks, Lynn. Yeah, I actually, I just saw your comment before I log off. I had my neck surgery. I didn't have one, and I have the same surgeon that I had for that. So I don't know. We'll see. If I do, I do. So you never know. So have a fantastic evening, and I hope I didn't bore you with talk. I don't want to talk about myself so much. So, but thank you so much, and I really do appreciate your prayers, and all the love you guys give me is amazing. So I please know that if there's something I can help you with, I will do my very best. So take care, and I hope you have a great evening. God bless and happy sewing.